We're dealing with the Sermon on the Mount in the book of Matthew, and we're dealing with giving now. Voyage through the Bible is what we're doing. You know, in the wintertime, the car ferry was very limited, and many times the Straits of Mackinac were completely frozen over. The area between the Upper Peninsula and Lower Peninsula was not extremely wide, and in the stormy weather, it became quite bad to navigate. The Upper Peninsula, affected by the lake effect snows, were coming from every direction, and the depths of the winter snows were extraordinarily large. Early on, people from Chicago and Milwaukee and Grand Rapids and Detroit began to develop homes on the many lakes in the Upper Peninsula. The land was not very expensive, and they purchased the land and built these summer homes, as I said, which were quite amazing. At that time, so many upper middle class and wealthy had summer homes in that area. So in the winter time of the year, the boats were docked on the south end of the lower peninsula, and there the maintenance workers were working on the boats and getting them ready for the next season. Voyage through the Bible. The survey is the story of the rescue of wrecked humanity and the part of the botched humanity in slavery to sin. The point of rescue and deliverance through Jesus Christ. Our quest in this overview is to explain the doubting heart and what a new heart looks like, and we can have new beginnings. We have a plan to show through these stories many aspects of God's dealing with the human race, past, present, and future. Needs in people's lives should be met and not ignored. Giving should fit the need. Giving in secret is a private matter. Giving should encourage the needy. We should not give to individuals, but we give to the Lord, and the individuals receive the gift. Grace and mercy is the core of giving. In Matthew 5:42, give to the one who asked you, do not turn away. We have to learn to do the law from the goodness of our hearts. Righteousness should be seen because of the acts of good and the deeds of others. We give with dignity and respectfulness. Wrong giving should not be seen and applauded. Wrong praise for hospitality should not be given. Wrong motives in giving is very important to recognize. Wrong motives to be in giving, praying, and fasting. It's the motive of being recognized while we're doing it. Hypocrites fools themselves and deceives others. They reject the false humility. I'm doing things right. Don't you see what I'm doing? We're supposed to be doing our giving in secret. Matthew 6, verse 4 through 6. So that your giving be in secret, when your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites. They love to pray standing in the synagogue on the street corners. Go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is being done in secret will reward you. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it is not be obvious to others that you're fasting. Father sees in secret, will reward you openly. Give to the poor with right motives. In Matthew 6, 1-4, be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. Give to the needy. Do not announce it with a trumpet. You give to the needy. Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. What is done in secret will be rewarded. Don't give with a trumpet. The Pharisees did that. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Is it the praise of people we want? Are we to praise ourselves? Or rather, are we to praise the Father in heaven? They love human praise more than the praise of God. Giving skills affect the written, not the external events, nor the public declarations. Giving should reflect self-awareness. Righteousness is not self-admiration or personal vanity. Matthew 25, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of these least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it to me. The goal in giving should be to give to glorify God. Giving is not a business deal. Guilt is not driving point for giving because it's very dangerous. There is a reward for correct motives. In Matthew 5:12, rejoice and be glad because great is the reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecute the prophets who were before you. Goodness and responsibility are connected. The word hypocrite in the Greek means a play actor. Play acting where giving is concerned is like putting a mask on when you give. It should never be a duty only. It should not be prestige and self-honor. It should not just be an obligation, but from the heart. Our will, mind, and emotions should be tied to giving. In Ephesians 2:8-9, for by grace have you been saved through faith. This is not of yourself. It is a gift of God, not by works, so that anyone would boast.